Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to another Ranking the Franchise. Now, this week I'm going to be doing the Urban Legend franchise, which has, of course, three entries, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on each and tell you where they rank. Now, just please keep in mind that this is just my opinion and how I see the films. Alright, let's get started. Coming in last, probably not a surprise, is Urban Legends Bloody Mary. This one actually did surprise me because I liked this a lot more last time I watched it. Now, I did binge watch all three of these back to back to back, which I've never done before. And I think the reason why I got a different opinion this time is because I watched the original when it came out. I watched Final Cut when that came out, so it had been a few years, you know, since I had actually watched the first one and the second one. And this one I actually watched when I found it on DVD, which was many, many years later. So I do like this film. I like all the Urban Legends films, but this one is my least favorite after binge watching them. And the reason being is because it kind of reminded me a little bit of Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. Didn't feel like a very original idea, I guess. Now, granted, this has a decent cast, like the rest of them. I think the first one has the best cast for me, but this one also had Kate Mara in it, and she was pretty good in it. She's been in a lot of stuff. The supernatural aspect I thought was a little on the weird side since the first two had been slashers. This was basically a supernatural slasher, sort of. It's kind of a mix between a supernatural slasher and, well, yeah, Final Destination kind of. But I did like it. So coming in dead last, but still a good film, is Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Coming up next, and this is probably going to surprise some people because it definitely surprised me when I watched all three, is Urban Legend. I've always liked this film. I think the cast is amazing in this. I mean, you have Robert Englund, you have Brad Dourif in a small part, Danielle Harris. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. You know, Joshua Jackson, Tara Reid. It's just a very star-studded cast, and it's a really good slasher. I remember when this came out, it got a lot of crap. People said it was basically it was around when the whole Scream thing happened, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and everyone said this was uh, a subpar slasher, which I definitely disagree with. I thought having a slasher movie based on the urban legends was a brilliant idea, and I still do. Now, this is a really good film. I wanted to say a thank you again to Dave Maggot for sending me these. We did a trade package and a birthday package for each of us, and I love these movies. I always have. So, coming in second, which is a really big surprise to me, is Urban Legend, which of course leaves my number one, which really surprised me. I've always liked this film, but for some reason, when I watched it, I liked it more than I liked the rest of them. And that is Urban Legends Final Cut. This also has a star studded cast, and it has one of my favorite actors in it. So I'm sure that's partially why I'm partial to this film. This has Anson Mount in it. I think he's a great actor. He was on one of my favorite shows, which was Hell on Wheels. I still think he is a modern day Clint Eastwood. That's just my opinion. I wish he was in more westerns. He's a really good actor. This also has the guy from Terror Train. For some reason, I'm blanking on his name right now. And Joey Lawrence, Eva Mendes. It just has a star studded cast as well. And I like the fact that they were actually making a movie about urban legends. So it's very meta. And I just had a ton of fun with it. So that's actually the reason why it's number one. I had the most fun out of this one. This one was cheesier than the first one, in my opinion. And I don't know, I just have a thing for cheesy slashers. Just me. So, reviewing. Coming in dead last is Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Coming in second, big surprise for me, is Urban Legend. And in first place is Urban Legends Final Cut. I've always liked the movie, but for some reason it just clicked with me. I just had a ball with it. And again, another special thank you to Dave for sending me these two Scream Factories to even out my collection. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.